What's up, YouTube? It's me, Rockin' Bleach Fan, logging in with you. I think it's been about a week or less than that since I uploaded the video. I just came up with this idea because my boss and I are a bit of comic book nerds, I guess. I'm not sure what I should categorize him as, but anyway, um, yeah, him and I were talking about like old time comics and how like when characters got rid of something or they gained the ability but then they lost it really quickly. The two people that we mainly talked about was Spider-Man when he had the symbiote and Batman back when he had both the Yellow Lantern, the Sinestro ring, which is basically the yellow core, and then the uh, green core. So yeah, we talked about that for a while. Now, the first person I'm gonna have to talk about is Batman because he gets two opportunities. Spider-Man, I'll just go on and on and on because I prefer that version of him. But okay, first off, Batman. We all know and love Batman. Now, to me, there's at least 4 or 5 different versions that people really like about him. First, there's the original, then there's his son, which is the future Batman, and then there's Pirate Batman, which not very people know about that one. Then there's the Vampire Batman. Those are from the old stuff. But the ones I'm going to be talking about are when he had the Green Lantern Corps and the Sinestro Corps. Now, when Batman had the Green Corps, he only had that power temporarily because some of the Lanterns transferred their energy into him for him to get the powers of a Lantern temporarily. Now, even though he wasn't wearing a ring, he was able to do everything they were able to before he ran out of juice. Now, I don't know which series, but if Batman was actually given a ring, if Batman was actually given a ring, he would still stick to being in Gotham, but his color scheme would be different. I'm not sure what would be different. I'm pretty sure the inside of his cape will be green, and then the outside of his bat symbol will be green too. Just small specks of green. Like he'll have probably trims of green on his arms and very thin trims, but mostly still black and gray. So he will be a pretty cool looking Green Lantern, but he's more famous for having the yellow core, which yellow is the symbol for fear, and he uses fear. Now, oh, this is a wonderful idea. Now, in the Batman Arkham Knight, the final game, which I believe is the final game, he ends up using Scarecrow's toxic, but he reformulates where the effects last for a lot shorter of a time period. The effects are still the same, but the time effect is a lot lower. So yeah, if he actually used the chemicals from that and had the Sinestro Core, he'll be unstoppable. Now, in the old comics, he did have the Sinestro ring, but he lost the ability to use the ring because his willpower was a lot higher than him wanting to cause fear. It was way higher, so the ring rejected him, leaving him how he is. Now, if Batman actually embraced it, he would even be more stronger than Sinestro than Superman, which Superman still can't beat Batman very often, but still. Alright, now, I know that some people already talked about the other Bat families. I might put a link to the description down below to back up what I just said about Batman, how he was part of the green and the yellow. I might put a link to that in the description down below from other people's stuff. Now, moving on to my second favorite, well, second or third favorite Marvel hero, Spider-Man, when he has the black symbiote. Everyone knows that the black symbiote came either from, there's two origins of how the symbiote came to be. Most of them they went with it came from space bit, which is typical. The other one is where it came from within Spider-Man and it got created by Dr. Octopus. I'm pretty sure if you guys know which one I'm referring that one to. So they can change the origin as much as they please, but I prefer the one where it came from space. Now, if Spider-Man kept the symbiote that became Venom, a lot of Spider-Man's villains wouldn't exist. I know that a lot of the symbiotes came from originally Venom, and Venom actually created many other symbiotes. Now, if Spider-Man kept it, all those other symbiotes wouldn't probably even exist. Sure, they come from a completely different planet, and more of them might come down, but they're not going to be exactly the same. I would actually like to see a series where Spider-Man kept the symbiote. I know there's other versions of him that, like the Cosmo Spider-Man and well, not including the clones of him, but like you get the point. Like he kept the Cosmo powers, so why can't he keep the symbiote? Now, if he kept the symbiote, sure, it increased all of his abilities, except for that if he bonded with it, I'm pretty sure that most people he would lose all of his respect. Like other people would lose his respect for him. He wouldn't be known as the friendly Spider-Man. He'll definitely be known for being a menace, but at least he'll be still keeping the city safe. Heck, he might even be so powerful that even all the villains don't want to be villains anymore. They'll probably just do everything they can to stop him, and they'll probably just end up coming to realize that that the symbiote itself would do everything to protect him too. So he might even be more powerful. Heck, he might even want to running the city itself. So it would be kind of cool to see him with the symbiote permanently bonded with him. I'm pretty sure he'll still have all of the powers Venom has and more. My assumption is that because there was a version of where Spider-Man dies and then he gets reborn and he gained new abilities. His spider sense was increased beyond his understanding. His spider sense was beyond control, man. Like when Tony Stark reached out to touch him, his spider sense kicked in and he went right behind him and just dropped him off, Tony on his rear end, which is kind of funny to see, but yeah, like all of his abilities were just shot through the roof. He even gained stingers, which I'm not sure how, like, what the purpose of those stingers are, but whatever the purpose is, he ended up having them. He probably would have unlocked those abilities and all of the Venom's abilities and more. Like, that would be so cool to actually see Spider-Man be able to have stingers and use all the abilities of Venom. Be really wicked. You know what? And this is a huge if Death Battle actually watches this, they should do a rematch of Batman and Spider-Man, where they actually do have time to end up having research about each other. I'm pretty sure Batman will win because he's more prepared and he has the Sinestro and or the Green Lantern rings. He'll win because, well, he'll just wind up incinerating the symbiote off of Spider-Man. But then again, Spider-Man, if that comes off, he'll just switch over to his Iron Spider-Man suit. Matter of fact, Spider-Man has so many different suits. Heck, he even has his Spider-Man Unlimited suit. He has his Fantastic Four suit. He has his Iron Spider suit, which I just mentioned. He has the Stealth Spider-Man suit. Shoot, Yes, like yeah, that guy has about 7 different suits. Like in his original suit, of course. Like he has so many different suits. Yeah, like he has so many different suits. So pretty much anything Batman dishes out, he'll probably be able to counter it, possibly. Yeah. Well, anyway, if you guys like this video, smash that like button, leave a comment. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah. And I might end up making an appearance at a Comic-Con. So keep a lookout for me. I know I'm not a very big YouTuber or have that many YouTube fans or anything, but um, feel free to follow me there. Follow me here on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. There'll be links to the Facebook and Twitter down below in the description. This is Raw Can Bleach Fan logging out with you. Deuces, YouTube.